Now, do you think that there are a lot of or a lack of like good black role models in the media? I mean, even Oprah comes across her own criticisms about, like not supporting the inner cities of America and helping other countries out. Do you think that there's anyone to really look up to, or do you think that the stereotypes are really hurting, like, say, black youth?
Well, Oprah is an interesting case because she is huge. I mean, but she, as with many successful uh, black people in the media, when you become that big, you are somehow seen as transcending, going beyond being black. And so, even with her good works and her very positive public persona, which may or may not be undercut by that new biography, she is seen as an individual. And so her accomplishments and her popularity never seems to affect the way African Americans as a whole are seen. And we see that again and again, that the very successful positive role models are seen as individuals who have gone beyond, whereas the very negative ones, like the various athletes who get into their, make the headlines on the tabloids and everything, they are seen as representing black. So it's partly, this who's a role model, who isn't, on the part of the people being role models, and should they have that responsibility, and so on and so forth. Going back to Charles Barkley's old Nike ad about, I am not a role model, he's just an athlete. But on the other hand, its role model is in the mind of the audience as much as it is the responsibility of anybody who, they're made role models by the audience. They don't make themselves role models for the most part. Some try to achieve that, and some do to varying degrees, but it's the audience that chooses which ones to look up to. And all too often, it's that stereotypical, basketball player or boxer who gets in trouble at a strip joint. And those are the ones we focus on. And in part, it's because we love to see our celebrities fall in America, but in part, they're actually encouraged to do this and actually rewarded for it. I mean, they become more popular, they get more name recognition, and it all basically goes back to gangsta rap. That is selling a particular stereotypical image, and it's not just selling it to the inner city. Depending upon whose figure you accept, 60 to 80% of gangsta rap sells to white suburban youth. And so they are the ones that are choosing to make this so hugely popular. Even if every inner city youth bought gangsta rap, that would make it a minor success. The reason it's a major success is because of the white consumers who have pumped it up and who have chosen the most stereotypical gangsta images to support. There are plenty of rappers who are sending out very positive messages. There's a whole subgenre of conscious rap of people like Roots and Talib Kweli and High Tech and Common and so on and so forth that consciously try to send out positive images and speak to inner city youth, both in their music and one-on-one. But those aren't the ones that have been embraced by the suburbs, by the mainstream audience, and so those aren't the ones that get the widespread presentation.